This game is bullshit.
Hey there YouTube, this is Casey from Panda Party for our Tabletop
Tuesday.
Now, this video was initially envisioned as a kind of take all of my stuff that I'd moved across the country and figure out what was broken and lay it all out to figure out what kind of inventory we had. And I had that, and after about 4 hours of filming, just sorting, even time-lapse, that'd probably be really boring. I'm going to include that anyway, just really fast to watch the stuff assemble. And I mean, like, I could skip all my commentary I had, and that it wasn't anything really important. But instead, I was separating out what I was broken so I could fix it later. And as I was laying out my gear on my gaming table, I realized that a whole lot was missing, especially on my Tau side, because as a Warhammer 40k player, I play Tau, Imperial Guard, Blood Angels, and Necrons. So I was like, I was going to do like this whole, and I did, you'll see it, it's coming up, a showcase of all my gear. But I was doing the whole Imperium versus Xenos thing, and it didn't look right because all of my big Tau battle suits were on the other table broken. So I spent all night last night putting them back together, and then I broke on my Necrons and all their arms and legs fell off, so all those got back on. And I've got everything out. I only lost one major piece in the move, and it's the Resurrection Orb in one of my Necron Lords. So I'll have to figure out something to do with that. But in general, it's all here. Except for the things that are currently being built. I've got some projects underway still that have been on the back burner for almost a year because I kind of lost my painting inspiration. But all this, between the YouTube and being back here in Crapsville, New York, where my Warhammer friends are, it's kind of inspired me to get back onto the whole Warhammer thing and get some stuff together to build and play. So it's kind of inspired me to do all this. So I spent the last 2 days, I started this yesterday. I'm wearing the same shirt for continuity purposes, and I'm a slob. But the last 2 days I've spent putting all my Warhammer stuff together. It's all repaired, laid out, sorted. I tabulated all the points so we could do a whole showcase on what I have to field, so you, the viewer, can see what we have to offer here, what you'll be seeing probably here on the channel as far as our Warhammer offerings. Tabletop Tuesday is not exclusively Warhammer 40k, although I love Warhammer 40k and there will definitely be a lot of it here. Also, I was thinking about doing some small giveaways on the channel, assuming we can reach some milestones. I'm looking for, I was thinking if we can generate, 50 likes and 50 subscribes on the channel, 50 likes for this video. 50 subscribers on the channel, I will start the giveaway. And the giveaway video will have a similar milestone. So if you can tell your friends, we'll be giving away some, not huge, but small Warhammer related prizes, including a full model. And not like a little dinky man, just, it's gonna be Tau related. It's a Tau, it's a battle suit, and it's not a crisis suit. So, something bigger than a crisis suit. How's that sound? So that's gonna be our giveaway. It's nothing major, nothing mind-blowing, but a little something from my battle box that I felt like didn't really fit into my army, and could be yours if you want to participate in the giveaway. So at the end of the video, there'll be more information on that with the normal bagging for likes and subscriptions. But if you're interested in a Tau giveaway, stay tuned for the end. But for right now, we're gonna probably show you the video I took of the time lapse, me trying to put everything together. It's probably boring. It might get edited out completely. You'll see at the end. But beyond that, we'll do a total showcase of my almost, it's like 19,000 points worth of Warhammer stuff I have on the table right now, not including some stuff I have yet to build. So if you are an Imperium player, a Tau player, or a Necron player, the latter of which you're going to be a little disappointed in what I have on the table, but for the other ones, you might be interested in what I see. Like 90% of everything on here is table ready, paint-wise. There's one model on there that isn't, not really, it's a Chimera. It's nothing major. It's you'll see my other paint jobs, and it'll look like that at the end. But I just haven't had a chance to do it. So, yeah, this is going to be the whole thing. I'll show you what I got, and I encourage you all to do the same. Show me what you've got. Yeah. What we have here are 6,344 points of Tau Empire. Now that is, the points are tabulated in 7th edition because we don't have the 8th edition scores yet. And also in the configurations in which I normally play them as. These could be more expensive or cheaper, depending on how you take them. But that's just how I play them, and I figured that would be the most fair assessment as to how many points it would be played as. Not everything is super well painted, but it's all table ready in this aspect. So we're going to go through the separate units and cut it down a little bit so you can see specifically what we have here. For HQ units, we have the Cadre Fireblade coming in at 60 points. The cheapest HQ unit you could possibly have, and very useful for your fire warriors. We have Shasho Rylai, 190 points with her 2 marker drones. One of the most versatile commanders you can have with her pulse submunitions cannon. A Forge World model, obviously. She's in an XV9 suit. Go ahead and look her up, and definitely lots of versatility in this one, so she's a very good unit to take. Shasho Ramir, 145 points. He's an upgraded, he's got a twin-linked plasma rifle as his main weapon, and he's got some additional shielding. I take him with a drone net to use as a blade of armor, and he's another Forge World model, and he's also quite an effective unit. And in this case, he's doing a little jump. I did not build this model, somebody else did, but I quite like it. And to round out my current HQ offerings, I have the Cold Star battlesuit. In this case, it's Tau Geese. I have only used it once in a tournament, and definitely having a flyer, like an accessible flying monstrous creature in the Tau lineup is very welcome. Previously, I only had some Remora drones, so at 185 points, he's interesting. He didn't do a lot of damage, but he definitely drew a lot of fire, which is important. In the back, I have 2 Riptides. They're both equipped similarly. They have the ion accelerators and the missile packs. I always run them with stimulant injectors because you want that feel no pain. Together, these 2 cost 503 points with 2 of the drones. I only have 2. The red Riptide I bought as a standalone model without the whole kit. Some of my favorite units, I have the Stealth Armor. I have a total of 11 Stealth Armors, and I typically run them with marker drones, which I have 3 altogether, with upgrades having a Shashver with the target lock and marker light. The 11 units come out to 447. I employ 9 XV8 Crisis suits. I typically run them in a bit of a Death Star. They always have a target lock and 2 weapons because they can fire, both weapons, and with a target lock they can fire to individual targets. This guy is my Shashver. He's got the fragmentation projector and the particle or the ion gun. But the other ones typically will run a combination of missiles, plasma, and the melted guns. So whatever I need, I'll take a contingent of close and long range guys. And in that configuration, altogether, they come out to 523 points. I have a line of 29 Pathfinders. Almost all of them have their marker light and carabines. Along that way, I have 3 of the railguns and 3 of the ion rifles, and 2 sets of their special drones. Typically, I'll run them with a Devilfish, but not always. And in their current configuration, without Devilfish, this many guys is 435 points with the drones. Along that, we have 36 Fire Warriors, so 3 squads of 12. Straightforward, I typically just run them with their rifles for the long range. 15-inch, 2 shots. And that's 324 points worth of guys. Another offering from Forge World. I have 2 drone sentry turrets. These ones are missile pods. Not very accurate because they're only ballistic skill 2. But they're only 110 points in their troops. But they do not count towards your troop requirement. So when you're doing your Force Org to get a combined arms attachment, you need to bring Fire Warriors, or I guess they're Strike and Breacher teams now, but still, these guys don't count, even though they take up troop slots. But in your CAD, you know, more troop slots the better usually. I have 14 gun drones, just straight up gun drones at 196 points. The best ablative armor you'll ever have. As said earlier, I have 2 Remora drones at 180 points for the pair. They have stealth at all times, and so they get like no, they have shrouded, don't they? No, they're stealth. So they have a pretty good jinx save, and they're, you know, flyers. They come in off the board. They're equipped with a marker light that they can use for themselves, the network marker light, and 2 seeker missiles. So you can definitely anti-air with them quite easily. Very good units from Forge World. I have 1 poor lowly Piranha. Pretty much all my vehicles are equipped with the +1 cover save equipment. This one has a fusion blaster on the front. Nothing special beyond that. I take the little drones on there, and that's all she is. I have 3 Devilfish to use with my Pathfinders or my infantry squads. Oh, I forgot to put the drones on this guy. Let's jump cut to that. It's like they were always there. That's not reflecting the point cost. I don't know where his little individual drones went, but you can have burst cannons or homing missiles on there. But in their normal configuration with the disruption pods, these 3 Devilfish go for 270 points. For 225 points, we have a Ghost Keel with the pilot compartment open because I forgot to put the magnet in. Standard setup, I use the... his fusion gun isn't even attached. How lazy am I? I typically use the fusion gun, and in that configuration, he's 225 points. I'm so lazy. I have 3 drone snipers and the fire sight marksman. Altogether, these guys are a really slim 58 points. So if you're looking to snipe out characters with Blitz Skill 5 at crazy range, these are your guys. Another Forge World offering, I have the Renava battle suit with the 2 pulse accelerator cannons, I think they're called. I can't remember, it's been so long since I've used her. Only because I haven't been playing a whole lot. But crazy fires giant templates that hit larger based objects more and harder. So good for wiping out bikes and vehicle swarms with template weapons until template weapons go away in the next edition. As she stands, she has 295 points. I have 2 hammerheads, one equipped with the railgun, and another that's equipped with long-barreled burst cannons from Forge World currently. They both have the disruption pods and the missile packs instead of the drones. Both of those together cost 295 points. Really good for a strike 10 weapon. I could get a little more out of them if I put my long strike in there, but I don't know where he is. He's missing somewhere in a bits box, undoubtedly. Some of my favorite guys, I have a line of broadsides. I have 3 of these missile broadsides, 3 old broadsides, and 3 new rail broadsides. I can't stress how useful the rail broadsides are. The only problem is they don't have any real defense besides their toughness and armor. It's hard to choose if you want the Feel No Pain or the Invul Save from a shield. Currently I have them equipped with shields, which brings their points up to 882 for the 9 with the missile drones. So each triplet has 2 missile drones. That's 882 for all of them. I also have 6 heavy gun drones from Forge World. Each of them has a twin link burst cannon on them. Those 6 together are 150 points. Equipped with the Shasho Ramir, who has a drone controller and ballistic skill 5. These are some nasty customers because they don't miss. Well, they do, just not as often. I have 4 Forge World XV9 crisis suits with the fusion collider, the ion rifles, and 2 with double twin link burst cannons. They're higher toughness, but in general they're not super useful. They all have hit and run. They're still jetpack guys, so they can move around pretty well. These 4 together are 366. And finally, the piece de resistance, my Storm Surge. I have the blast cannon equipped on there. And I ordered some arms from some Polish company called Puppets War, because I thought it looked stupid without arms. So it has arms. So that's my big modified Storm Surge. As it is equipped currently 440 points, bringing the total for this army up to 6,344 for the Tau. And this is, it's not a full 7-foot table. It's about 4 inches short, but it takes up almost half that side of the table with the Necron incursion. Me have good talks. Anyway, we'll take a quick look at the Necrons because there aren't that many, and then we'll probably break this up to a second video for the Imperium because, well, they do take up half the table. Freaking guardsmen. And on this side of the table, we have 2,088 points of Necrons. By far my smallest unit. Not exactly in the configuration I might normally use it, because I kind of like the Catacomb Command Barge, but this was a little easier to set up and give you a better look at exactly what I have to offer. For HQ, very straight up, I have an Overlord. He typically has Cyclolatry and the Shroud of Nightmare Shroud and all that good stuff. Give them all saves and usually a Tachyon arrow just to shoot across this field with skill 5. He runs when I'm done with him about 180 points. Next to him, just a standard Lord, 75 points with probably a Tachyon arrow as well. I like Tachyon arrow. You only get to shoot it once, but in the current edition, it might blow something up in one hit, and that's just ideal. I just noticed he's missing a little wing on his thing. I'm gonna have to go find that. Huh, that's sad. Forge World stuff. Don't break it. Alrighty, we have a total of 34 warriors. Just straight up warriors. They only come one way. And they come back from the dead. The 34 warriors altogether are 129 points. Which is pretty good because they're probably some of the most robust units there are. I have 5 Praetorians that were kit bashed from warriors. With the other half of a Lich Guard kit. And the Lich Guard are right here. The 5 of those as well, obviously. The Lich Guard are going to run you 150. The Praetorians are 140. Praetorians, I've had a lot of good luck and bad luck with. The Lich Guard, on the other hand, they're just kind of slow. They're hard to get into battle. I need a Night Scythe or something to transport them. Alright, behind there we've got our Death Marks, 5 of them for 90 points. They were kit bashed from the other half of the Immortals. So I used to have a whole lot more warriors, but I kind of kit bashed them together. The Death Marks are 90 points. The Immortals for 5 are 85. Pretty cheap. I have 10 Scarab bases at, what are they, 20 points apiece? I think? Yeah, 20 points apiece, so it's 200 points of Scarabs. 3 Destroyers. Those are 40, I want to say. Yeah, so that's 120. I have 3 Wraiths as well. I take them with the Whip Coils to give them really quick strikes, and, you know, the first hit in the battle could decide the battle. So always with Whip Coils, 3 of those, 129 points. I have a Camp Deck Spider to run with my Scarabs and repair with the Fabricator Claw when I'm running my Catacomb Command Barge or my Annihilation Barge. I take him with the Fabricator Arm as well as the Particle Beamer so I can shoot if I need to. He runs me about 65 points. Right now I have set up the Annihilation Barge, so the shooty version. Straight up, it can only come in Gauss or Tesla. This is currently in the Gauss configuration at 120 points. I have a Satan Shard of the Nightbringer. He only comes one way. He's 240 points straight up. And finally, to finish off, I have 3 of the Tomb Blade bikes. I take them with the +1 armor save, the shield veins, and the Nebula Scope, I believe. That gives them the ignores cover. And then I run the Particle Beamer, so I can ignore cover, blast people with that. In that configuration, the 3 Tomb Blades runs me 72 points. So that, really quickly, is 2,088 points of Necrons hanging out next to their Xeno buddies, the Tau. I know the Necrons were kind of like a sad showing when I showed them off in the previous section, but like, there's no way I could have put this, this is not the obelisk, this is just the monolith. I couldn't have put this in there. It's just, it's so not done. It's a travesty. But it's on my current project pile, along with a Ghost Ark, which is in a lot of pieces. The Ghost Ark was the last model I bought, and it just looks daunting, so I've been putting it off. But it's on the list. It's in the project bin. All right, that concludes our very first Tabletop Tuesday with a look at what we're running here and all the trouble I went through to put this video together. It took me 2 days. But, you know, I have a baby. I'm running up and down the stairs. It wasn't that bad. It was all right. Next week, don't know what we have planned yet. I haven't gotten together with Kevin yet to figure out what's happening there. So hopefully something Battletech related. I have another friend who has a YouTube channel. I don't remember what it's called because I'm a bad friend. He's interested in learning Battletech. A lot of people aren't playing Battletech anymore. It's an old game and I'm old, so I kind of like, you see all this gray in my beard? Yeah, it's indicative. But hopefully get some Battletech stuff going on because I love Battletech and nobody plays it. But definitely we're going to be playing some Warhammer. I got some friends in another town over. We're going to get to play some Warhammer there. Don't know what we're going to do with it yet as far as the video goes, but you're here at the end of the video because I want to have a giveaway. I have a Tau battlesuit. It's about this big. It's bigger than a crisis suit, smaller than a storm surge. Could be anything, right? I want to give one away. I've got it. It's right over there. It's primed, not painted, fully assembled. I could throw in bits in there if you really wanted bits. If you want the bits, let me know. If you're the winner, I've got a whole bunch of bits that are just primed. I primed them on the sprue because I'm lazy. But that could be a thing. But I need to know if there's interest in the giveaway first. So if this video gets 50 likes and our channel gets 50 subscribers, I'll have details on how you could win in the next Tabletop Tuesday. How's that sound? Sounds like stuff. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you'd like, out of the kindness of your heart, and not for the thought of getting a free Tau battlesuit, to like, comment, subscribe, anything there, I'd be happy with. I appreciate you even watching the video. Like, seriously, it's great. It gives me a reason to keep doing it. Come back next week. We'll should have another Tabletop Tuesday primed and ready, no matter what it might be. We don't know yet. If you have suggestions on what you'd like to see on Tabletop Tuesday, please leave comments below. I will read them, because I'll probably get 7. Thanks, Mom, for leaving 7 comments. All right. Y'all have a good day, and don't roll poorly like me. Just don't. It's depressing.